PR Connections Radio presents this episode of the PR Connections podcast is brought to you by Classy Communications PR and Advertising. Classy Communications provides public relations and marketing solutions for businesses, professionals, and nonprofit organizations. It can deliver the true meaning of your business with press releases, social media marketing, web development, email marketing, book publishing, and much more. Wherever your potential clients are, they can help you connect with them. Visit classycommunications.net to learn more about their suite of services that can help your business stand out from the rest. Classy Communications is your solution for business success.
Hello there, and welcome to the Sunday Morning Chat Series with Jesse Oakley III. This is your host, Jesse Oakley III, and the purpose of the Sunday Morning Chat Series is for me, yours truly, interview a plethora of positive people that are making big differences in the community, whether they're speakers, entertainers, writers, entrepreneurs, athletes. You'll hear from them first right here on the Sunday Morning Chat Series. And today we have ourselves a wonderful show just for you. Now, people know that I belong to an organization called Toastmasters International for the past 23 years. And through this 23 years of Toastmastering and the leadership, I met amazing, fantastic people that are making big differences in this organization, let alone this community. And it gives you great pleasure to introduce one of my wonderful Toastmaster friends right from Bangkok, Thailand. Please help me welcome Nyanika Chansrichawla. Hey, Nyanika, how's it going?
It's going well. Thank you, Jesse, for having me.
All right, and I have a plethora of questions to ask you on how your Toastmasters journey has been. With that being said, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
All right, without further delay, let's chat. Okay, now, we know that many people have to start within Toastmasters. And for myself, it was being a college student at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, when I was in civil engineering at UNLV. What was your starting point on Toastmasters? Could you please take us to day one?
Thank you, Jesse, for that question. Flash forward back to 2014 when I first heard of Toastmasters back in college, August 1st, 2014. I had a wonderful experience walking into the classroom and saw a billboard that said Toastmasters. And I said, what is this? I thought it was meetings only for students that were in the second year and third year. But what I found out was it was for everyone. And the surprise was my professor from university who was teaching me organizational behavior, he was the founder of the club. I was like, wow, Toastmasters was that organization where I actually got out opportunity to speak and actually talk to people. Because back in 2014, I was nervous. I was so scared of just going up on stage and talking and having that impromptu table topics question asked to me.
Now, I tell you what, Nyanika, now, you and I have something in common. We both have our start in college, and if our professors recommended us to go to Toastmasters, yours was mostly in Toastmasters. Mine was basically a speechcraft session, which was like a condensed 8-week version of Toastmasters. So again, when they talk about Toastmasters, many of us have our starts, and I just see that strong connection right there. And maybe that's why we click so well together as not only as Toastmasters, but also as friends too.
That's true, yeah.
All right. Now the next question is, we all are doing amazing things within our community. What are the major things that you're doing? What are the major things that you are doing when it comes to working with the Toastmasters community?
Thank you, Jesse, for that. What I'm doing currently for my organization in Toastmasters is, when I got the opportunity to take on leadership roles outside of my club. And that time, it was in 2014 in college where I stepped up as secretary. Within 6 months. I told the president, I said, what good is it for students who are brand new to Toastmasters taking that role? He said, go ahead and take it. So from that point until my current role as area director in District 97, I've learned all the things that I've learned from college and applying it to my current role as area director. Also, when I took on leadership roles in other districts and having those cultural differences and the ability to learn from other people in other districts, made me shape my current role as area director, because it's very different. We have different learning styles, and each district has their own way of learning. So I'm trying to adjust that to my current role as area director.
And it's very interesting you say that. First and foremost, we talk about our starts in Toastmasters again in college. Now, you mentioned that when you first had to take on the club leadership role, it was secretary, right? What?
Yes.
When I was joining Toastmasters, actually my official Toastmasters club back in 2002, guess what my first club officer's position was?
Where?
Secretary.
Secretary. Oh wow.
Yes, yes.
Oh
So
wow.
we got college right here, we got secretary right here, and we're going
Yeah.
to area governor right here. And I don't know about you, but I'm starting to sense a trend here that's been going on because different following different paths. So I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised if 10 years down the road, or maybe 5 years down the road, you might be going into different types of leadership, whether it be on higher leadership. If we go by this different paths, one path to another path to another path. So I
Yeah.
think that's something that's going to be very interesting coming up in the many years to come within your journey in Toastmasters.
And it's actually surprising how we click so well. And I had no idea that you started Toastmasters in college. So I think that was really what made us connect really well.
Oh my goodness! And all I got to say is, within your Toastmasters journey, I have three words to say, Nyanika: to be continued.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, that is true.
Okay. Now we all have our challenges when it comes to being a part of this wonderful organization. My challenges for the past 23 years, I had plenty of them, whether it be in leadership role, or communication role, or anywhere else. Now, when it comes to your journey in Toastmasters, what were some of the challenges you faced that you were able to overcome?
The one challenge there are many challenges, but two challenges that really stood out for me that I overcome. One was when I was assistant area director in 2022, in the middle of the term for District 100. I contacted Julie Brody. I said, "Can I step up as area director?" She said, "It's in the middle of the term, but I can assign you as assistant area director role." So I said, "What is required?" She was like, "You learn by doing." So when I took that challenge, it was unique in a way because I was in Bangkok and the club that I was supporting were in California. So I had to balance the time difference, having meetings at midnight, 2 in the morning. It was fun, but from those two challenges that I faced, I want to thank Julie Brody and Rosario because it taught me how to actually conduct an area contest, and it was virtual because it was during COVID times. So they taught me what an area director role is supposed to do, even though I didn't get credit, but they gave me a special recognition, which I am very proud because they showed me what it is stepping outside of leadership roles, not only for your clubs. My second challenge that I faced was having always doing meetings on Zoom and
Mm.
connecting to people virtual. When I shifted to in person this year, I had a very unique challenge. I'm always so used to talking to people face to on in front of you, but when I went to the meetings in person, I just looked one way. I didn't look left or right. And I was like, Zoom really shifted your mindset into just seeing from seeing eye to eye is you're not used to having that opportunity to look left or right at the audience. So that was the challenge that I'm still facing because I'm still so used to having doing meetings online.
Now, I tell you what, this is very interesting that you mentioned these answers of the challenges. And oh my goodness, seems like we're right with the mirror with each other. Let's see. We talked about starting college. Then we talked about, oh my goodness, we talked about the secretary being our first roles in Toastmasters. Now we're talking about District 100, which I think believe we were also part of District 100. And Julie Brody, oh my goodness, Julie Brody, amazing Toastmaster, fantastic Toastmaster. And she also did an episode of the Sunday Morning Chat series before my run as international director, before I was a declared candidate. So again, it just keeps stacking up over and over again. And don't worry, folks. If you want to check out Julie Brody's episode, remember I will share the information with you later in the process. Wink, wink. It just keeps building, it just keeps stacking. So I'm going for the next question. Next question, I'm going to if we answer the same sort of things in the next question, Yannicka, my mind will be officially blown. And the next the next question I will share with you is our best moments. Now we have a plethora of best moments within our organization called Toastmasters. Now, what were some of the best moments that you experienced since joining this organization?
My best moment was the first time I actually got a chance to go and to a club contest. And that contest was not in our university, but we drove from Crans, Montana to Bern.
Hmm.
So I got to actually explore with my friends as well, where we got to see people competing on stage, and it was 300 plus people. I had no idea that Toastmasters was not just for people to improve their public speaking and leadership roles in the university, but going and attending the contest was an eye opening experience for me. I was surprised. I said, wow, these people are so interested in Toastmasters. That was the best moment, and that moment made me realize that it's not only about you, but it's how you see people and how you network with people. My second best moment was meeting all my friends at the Toastmasters convention last year. It was my first time going to an international Toastmasters convention, and it was one of the best.
Oh my goodness! I think my mind is blown right now. Let's for all the people that are watching there, let's recap. Okay, first section, we were starting off in college and university. Second, we had our own uh, our first responsibilities in Toastmasters was secretary. The third was had a connection with Julie Brody in District 100. Now the fourth one, I would tell you right now, my first experience wasn't in contest, and my best moment was marrying my wife Dana Walt Oakley. But my wife's first experience within Toastmasters was guess what? A contest. So actually, my mother-in-law, actually my now mother-in-law, actually walked with walked with my wife Dana, and her first experience with the Toastmaster was contest, and she was blown away by a tall tales contest that was given by another person I interviewed on the Sunday morning chat series, and that got her right into Toastmasters, and that was amazing for her. So again, it seems to have this. It seems like this connection that's going on between you, Yannicka, and also within the Oakley household. And this just seems a strong connection that's going there, right there, because
Yeah,
in the wise words of a world champion of public speaking from his speech in Kuala Lumpur, I see something in you. And I
that is true.
definitely see something in you at this moment. Oh my goodness. Now, this is recording like an episode, and I'll say this. Let's go right. I'm going to go right to the next question right with you, and the next question I have with you is: let's say that yeah, again, you've been in Toastmasters since 2014. Am I correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And speaking of 2014, that's when that one guy won the world championship, like in 2014 in Malaysia. Now,
Oh, wow.
yeah, so we went to the convention in Malaysia when I actually did that. When Dhananjaya Hederachi won that with a quote, "I see something in you." Now, let's say that you meet up with a Toastmaster who just got started, and they see the work that you're doing, and they're amazed and inspired by what you're doing so far in this community. And this young person will come up to you and say, "Yannicka, I'm amazed with what you're doing. You inspire me to be able to better myself with what you're doing right now. And I just want to be in your shoes. I want to be like you. You listen to this conversation, and what advice would you give that to that new Toastmaster who wants to be in your shoes?"
My advice would be simple. The hardest thing is stepping up. Even if you're new to Toastmasters, don't think of Toastmasters as a place where you have to be perfect all the time. Being in Toastmasters is a place where you learn and grow. Even if you don't know what is required in Toastmasters, just attending the meeting, you instantly fall in love with it and like it. So my advice is the one step. Walk through that Toastmasters door. You will find that it's an easy step. have that courage to step outside of your comfort zone. Because the first step is always stepping up. Think of it as you're in school. You learn something new. You're always nervous at the first time. You can't always expect that Toastmasters is for professional people because, like me, when I started Toastmasters, I was nervous. I was shaking when I spoke on stage. I had notes.
Well, that's the thing about live situations and recordings. Anything can happen, and it's not just what happens to you; it's how you respond to it and how you react to it. Now, I'm gonna, being the fair host that I am, I will go ahead and give Nyanika the same question and give her a chance to continue with the answer. And last time we left off was the advice that you want to give to somebody. And would you care to continue for that advice?
Yeah, so my advice is take this door to Toastmasters. Think of it as a new place to learn because when you're always learning, you can't always be perfect. Toastmasters is not to make you perfect. It's teaching you that when you're in Toastmasters, every little thing you get feedback from it. So when you're in Toastmasters, all the feedback that you get, you can either take it, or leave it at the meeting. Don't take all the feedback that you get as a negative impact that will hurt you in your that you feel down, because I feel that Toastmasters is going to be a happy place, and it's going to be the place that you meet people and enjoy it.
I tell you what, Yannicka, you hit the nail right on the head. And this experience, the cutting off and then cutting back on, shows a great experience and a good learning lesson. Because, what I tell you what, one of the things I like to tell people is three words: expect to stink. Because
Yeah.
when it comes to the first time, we're all not going to be perfect. We're not. Let's
Yeah.
face it, we're not going to be perfect at any possible situation or any scenario. Because how could you get perfect if you don't go through the stinkage first? Because you have to. You sometimes you trip, and it's like a baby. Babies, when they learn how to walk, guess what? They try to walk, and then they fall in their diaper, and then they try to walk again, and they fall in their diaper, and then they
Yep.
walk, and next thing you know, they keep walking and walking and walking and walking, and get better through the process. Same thing with Toastmasters. First time you go at it, there might be some stinkage right there, and that's okay. It's okay. And the key thing is, after the stinkage, it's not what happens to you, but how you respond to it. So that is very important, and it's very similar to that technical difficulty we just had.
Yep.
How do we handle the technical difficulties? Do we pull our hair out like this? Well, I don't have hair per se, but nevertheless, do we pull our hair out, get frustrated, and get upset? No, 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 no. We learn from it. We take calm in it, and actually become better for it. And thanks to this experience that you just mentioned with someone who's going to be in Toastmaster, and what we just experienced right now is not what happens
Yep.
to us. How we get better, and
Exactly.
we get better through the process. We're living examples right now.
Yeah, exactly. That is true. Yeah,
Oh, man.
that's how it is. I think Toastmasters. And the one thing that I forgot to mention at the beginning was my great grandmother. Actually, I'll show you the book. This book is the complete Toastmasters book that was passed on to me by my grandmother, and she was a Toastmasters back in the 1969.
Wow. She was a Toastmaster back in those days. Oh my goodness, this is truly phenomenal. I, I,
It,
I tell you,
yeah.
there are ways that my minds are being blown at different levels, and you're passing the test so far.
I, I had no idea she was a Toastmaster until 2 years ago when I actually did a Toastmaster birthday celebration. I told my mom, I said, I want to do my 29th as a Toastmaster's birthday. And that was when she passed down to me all her. This is my grandmother from my mom, so my maternal grandmother.
Right.
She passed down all her notes that she had when she was in Toastmasters in 1969. So she gave me this book. Then she gave me all the notes as president, the manuals they had, and I was amazed because back then it was not even pathways yet, and there was no CC manual or the advanced communicator. It was just random pieces of paper that they kept the same icebreaker evaluation body language, but they shortened it up into something else. So they gave us different technique back then, and I'm amazed that since 1969 the structure was still the same.
I tell you, you have gold right there in your hands. Keep it at all costs.
Yeah.
Because that is not only from your grandmother, but that's pure rich history that's right there that you're sitting on. So keep that and guard it with your life, because
Yeah.
that is history, and just do what you can with it. All right, now another question I do have for you is, there are people out there that are interested in joining Toastmasters, and they keep asking, how can I join Toastmasters? And now, for the people out there that are interested in joining, what would you tell the people, who are interested in joining this wonderful organization?
So what I would want to say is that as our district is District 97, so we actually are the only district in 97 that we combine 5 countries. So we have Cambodia, Laos, Myanmar, Thailand, and Vietnam in one district, and we that is a lot. It's a lot because we are coordinating with different countries and having all the clubs in different countries located in different cities. It's a good challenge because you can choose which country in District 97 that you want to be at. Because some of us are, if they're remote, they will always join online clubs, and there are a lot of online clubs. And the one club that we just chartered last week was a Harry Potter Toastmasters club, which is called Infineon. It's actually Infineon Community Technology Industry, so the corporate club. That club were wanted to create their name as Harry Potter. So all the Harry Potter fans out there, if you're interested, it's only for corporates only, so you don't get an opportunity to actually explore their meetings. But it's one of our best newest baby in our district. So what I was saying is you can always contact us on District 97 Facebook page, follow me, or I would attend our Toastmaster awareness event, which will happen on the 22nd of November 2025, which will be located in Bangkok itself. We're going to do an Toastmaster awareness program where we're going to get and promote Toastmasters for people in Bangkok to attend.
I tell you, it's truly amazing. That definitely 5 countries in District 97.
Yep.
Oh my goodness, this is truly phenomenal. And it goes to show you that Toastmasters is not only international, it is also the world too. And if you want more information, go to the District 97 Facebook page, as Nyanika mentioned, or even connect with Nyanika. I'm sure that she is available in social media for up, down, left, and right. And also, you can check out Toastmasters.org, where you can actually find a club near you. So if you happen to live in the United States, like myself here in Las Vegas, Nevada, or if you live in Bangkok, Thailand, like Nyanika, if you even live somewhere in between, you can actually check out a Toastmasters in 6 different continents. There would be a 7th continent if we can teach penguins how to talk in Antarctica. If we're able to do that, there would be on all continents. Again, for penguins out there, squawk, 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 squawk. That's join Toastmasters and Penguin. Oh my goodness! So the next portion of this interview is the shout out portion. And if you can give a shout out to people making your Toastmasters journey possible, who would you like to give a shout out to?
So there are 2 people that I would always want to give a shout out to. One is my past president of La Roche Toastmasters Club. His name is Giovanni. He was the first person and that I took on that leadership role as secretary, because back then I told him, I said, I'm not doing it. I'm not the right fit. I'm just brand new in Toastmaster. I just knew about it. I was just a member for 6 months. He was like, go ahead. I'm there supporting you. So he was the first one that introduced me to Toastmasters. And since then, I never looked back. And I'm so grateful for him giving me that chance to actually take on had that courage in me to take on the secretary role, because I had no idea that Toastmasters really would shape you when you take on leadership roles. The second person I want to give a shout out is to Alicia Curtis, my past division director. I stepped up as area director in District 49 when she was division director. I told her, I said, am I going to be able to do this role? She said, you can. I said, oh, I took on that area director role with her. Also, because of all her knowledge and all her skills that she taught me, changed me within 6 months. So I was a completely introverted when I first met her in 2022. But 6 months, less than 6 months, she made me a completely extroverted. Not from not willing to speak up at any Toastmasters meeting, and just made me completely extrovert that from then on I never stopped. I had that courage that wow, I actually broke that wall of me being so scared. Whether it was just taking on the role as general evaluator at the meeting, I was nervous. I said, Alicia, I said, I can't do it. I'm not a talkative person. She said, I will change you. And she did change me. And that was one of the biggest challenge, challenges and overcome that I really loved, because she pushed me in a way I never thought I could believe and be able to be a completely extrovert. From then on, whoever I met, I was the first one to walk up and talk to them. From that moment made me learn that you can grow out of your own shell if you have the best mentors supporting you. So thank you, Alicia, and thank you, Giovanni, for all the things that you saw in me and making the person I am and enjoying my Toastmasters journey is because of these two.
I tell you, they saw something in you, and they do know what it is. Now, Giovanna, especially Alicia. Actually, Alicia, another thing we have in common is Alicia Curtis, and
Yeah.
she also did an episode a few years ago for on the Sunday Morning Chat series. So that's definitely an episode that did you hear about her journey within Toastmasters. But I digress, and I will tell you about this later in the episode. Wink, wink, about how to get those kind of episodes. Now, now, the last question I do have for you is addressed to the people that watch this podcast, my fans. And my fans are known as the happy people. And after each episode, I always usually have guests come up with the words of wisdom that'll make their minds blown for the happy people. Now, if you have one more solid, wise words of wisdom for my people, my fans, my crew, the happy people, what would it be?
My advice, word of wisdom is, if you're interested in Toastmaster, the first thing is always the hard part, stepping up and doing it. Because whether it's learning, speaking, or leading, you always have to come out of your comfort zone. Nothing is perfect. So my words of wisdom is, think of it as a stepping stone. You have to grow up outside of your comfort zone. Learn that every challenges you take, you overcome them. It pushes you to be a stronger leader, a better communicator. And for me, that words of wisdom and all the things that I've learned in Toastmasters really made me who I am, because I stepped out of my own comfort zone. I did think that I was nervous at the beginning. I managed to overcome it. So my words of wisdom would be, just take one little step. Walk down that door and think. You can think of it as your door to Toastmasters. Whether it's meeting people, that's the first step, is talking to people and having that words of wisdom, because you're talking to people, they will drag you to meetings, and it's the words of wisdom that you learn to connect to people. So it is really that stepping stone, that Toastmasters is really that voice inside you, learning how to present and step up, because all that words of wisdom is that you shape the way you are. It's not learning that you can just do it. So for people out there, take that step. Try to push your own boundary. Try to see what you can overcome. It's the little step that make the best moments.
Oh my goodness. And Nyanika, that is a perfect bookend to a wonderful episode of the Sunday Morning Chat series. On behalf of all the happy people that are watching this episode, Nyanika, I thank you for taking the time out to be here on the Sunday Morning Chat series with Jesse Oakley III. Thank you, Nyanika.
Thank you, Jesse.
All right, and this concludes this episode of the Sunday Morning Chat Series. If you want more information from this podcast and other podcasts, go to prconnectionsradio.com. But wait, there's more. You can actually check out this podcast and more podcasts on YouTube. Just type in PR Connections, and you get a chance to see wonderful podcasts that also include the Sunday Morning Chat Series with Jesse Oakley III. But wait, there's also more too. You can actually check out past episodes that I've done on the Sunday Morning Chat Series by going to the YouTube page, typing in Sunday Morning Chat Series, hit the subscribe button, comment, like the videos of the past episodes I've done in 2020, 2021, 2024, and right here in 2025. And you get a chance to hear me interview a plethora of positive people that are making big differences in the community. This concludes this episode of the Sunday Morning Chat Series. Stay tuned for our next episode that will officially air Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. On behalf of Nyanika and myself, this is Jesse Oakley signing off, and I'll say this. Until next time, you take care of yourselves. Hi, people. Bye.
PR Connections Radio thanks you for watching this podcast. Check out more episodes of this show and our others at prconnectionsradio.com.